on Inferno. We'll see what they've got for us. They do start off on the T side, and it is the final map between Chiefs and Order, and we'll see how this one does pan on out. Let's have a look at what Chiefs are doing on this T side very quickly in towards T-Apps and now into apartments as well. It looks like it might just be a quick play into the A site. Yustillo's ready and waiting. Two-man spray down with that CZ.
Now Alistair just hiding behind the site, biding his time, seeing if he can pop out at the correct time and just take some heads off. Skull already going down.
Yeah, Jinx doesn't really want too much to do with this as well, as he's got so many players to deal with. Order, how have they rotated across so quickly? They were very ready for this play from Chiefs. And despite the fact that Chiefs win both of the pistols on train, they've not continued that onto Inferno.
Great start for Order. CT pistol secured. That's going to get their economy kick-started and allow them to have continued access to all of the grenades that they're really looking for to have a strong CT site here. What will the response be for Chiefs? They didn't get a bomb plant down in the last, so could see them try to go for a force. That's more something that Order's been going for. They're actually going to force in the second round rather than taking a single save. This might not go too badly. We're seeing a lot of SMGs and two Famis's on the side of Order. Keep peeking down Banana. Can't see a single soul over there, so smoke to the bottom of Banana, and I'd say that's going to be control established of a critical part of the map by Order.
Yeah, I will say I don't think that Chiefs have looked all that threatening when they've had the pistol and armor, to be honest.
Interestingly enough, that was the only smoke that Order do have on the B side of the map. Used just there. Chiefs are going to take back control. Nice nade out of Alistair.
Yep, very nice indeed. Bearing in mind that all the Chiefs players do have armor, so you can't really expect too much more than that. But now that that smoke has faded, Chiefs will turn their attention back toward the B site. Ricky gives them a little bit of a tickle from Car, and as of yet, Gyra is still hiding in the corner. Apoc Dud spots him out, but it'll be tough to deal with an MP9 at that kind of a range, particularly when some of your players don't have head armor. Ricky looks like he should get this job done. 1 HP left on Jinx, but Ricky's not to know that, and he'll just back away, play the safety game, wait for that flash, and now starts to creep his way into a Banana. Nicely negotiated by Order as they're up 2-0 now. This will put Chiefs back onto an eco.
Yeah, Force did absolutely nothing. Used all their utility to be able to take bracket and then tried to go back towards Banana on just a two-man setup. Good crossfire between Gyra and Ricky. MP9 pays for itself and Ricky cleans everybody else up. So I'd say that is pretty much the dream start here early on for Order. They're going to be trying to take a single save before they can get a buy into the next round. But Order already minimal damage done to them. You're seeing 3k in the bank of most of these Order players early on. This is a recipe for success on the CT side of Inferno here, Jordan.
Many recipes for success for Order, I'm sure, on this CT side. Really not a lot to get too excited about here for Chiefs. Nothing to scream and shout about. It's interesting to note that these two teams haven't actually played each other on Inferno this year at all. And in their last meeting, that was in a best of 3, we didn't even get to the third map. Order 2-0'd it. That was in the Rio Minor closed qualifier lower bracket final. First map was a really, really clean one for Order there, which was a 16-1, and you kind of saw that set the trend for the rest of the series. But not so the case in this matchup. It's been a little bit closer. It's been a little bit more backwards and forwards. And obviously, while we've had two very defined front runners for both maps, it still has felt like a bit of a challenge to eventually get over that line.
5 players surviving. This is the dream start for Order. Look how much money they have. I wouldn't even be surprised to just see him go for a bit of a bonus. And we have actually seen Order go for these mid pushes a couple of times so far in Rio. They're doing it yesterday against Renegades. This will be a great round to do it. They also don't mind a bit of Banana aggression. Jera setting up Ricky. So here's some options for them to get some of these weaponries into some more aggressive positions with the SMGs rather than playing a more standard round where the AKs can kind of pick you apart. It's looking like emphasis towards Banana. Triple nade towards the bottom. Dodged nicely by Chiefs, but they are going to forfeit that Banana control. And you can see the instant rotate back towards A. The triple nade is a bit of a tell. Valiant's full white does get taken out for free, and that's not a great start for Order.
Not at all. This is important for Chiefs to make sure Order can't run away with the start of this map and build a really strong CT economy. So already putting in that good work.
Doesn't quite make it around the corner, that flash. So just full white to Stillo.
Stillo just looks back at Alistair and goes, come on, mate.
It's a good call here from Chiefs, though. They've got themselves the man advantage here. They're just going to pump the brakes. You can see how much Order are sort of scrambling and scurrying around the map. After that initial triple nade, they're well aware the Chiefs will know there's 3 players towards B. They instant rotate back towards A. But Chiefs, they're not interested in rushing around anywhere. They know that if they just maintain this man advantage, take the map control, they're going to be able to close this round out a high percentage of the time. And it's looking like some pressure towards B. Apoc Dud's trying to sell this stack, which Order will be stacking this with all 4 players. But Chiefs, really, they're just heading out of the carpets straight into the A site.
And they won't be too disappointed with what they find. And that is nothing. But that's what they were expecting, or at least hoping for. That said, you know, not the end of the world for Order to actually be able to save 4 guns through here, right? In some worlds where you lose this gun round, you think, oh crap, now we have to reinvest in all of our weaponry. But in fact, Order, they only have to buy 1 gun. They've already got a lot of money in that back pocket. So, okay, no harm really done, right? You lose the round, but it doesn't actually have that much of an effect on your economy. And that's what we're really looking for in the early stages of the half, particularly for the CT side, is just to ensure that they can keep that economic situation within the balance.
Well, nicely done from Maker. Cleans up Alistair after copying a bit of a dink. And Order, they're trying to make this an expensive round for Chiefs. However, bit of a drop there. Surely this is going to be a few exits here for Gyra. Cleans up Maker. Nicely done. That's a couple of guns taken off Chiefs towards the tail end of that round, which is going to make it a hell of a lot more expensive than surviving with 4 players. So Order, I'd have to say, job done in that sort of a bonus round, keeping a lot of those previous weapons they were using in the anti-ecos over. They still have a lot of cash in the bank after fully investing in this round. And not only that, they made it quite expensive for Chiefs and kept their economy nice and low. So Order still in a good position. Sure, they lost that first gun round, but they've still got enough money to be able to get 2 solid buys in here. And this will be the first of them. Alistair denied the info, denied the pick there early on in that part of the round.
He was probing toward brackets. Doesn't get a tag onto Ricky, though, for his trouble there. And now we're going to see the utility get thrown on in. Counter utility out from Order. It's going to keep Chiefs at bay for a moment longer. Now the smoke down from Ricky and the HE as well. Order knows exactly where Chiefs is.
Yep. Chiefs going to take this bracket control once again.
Bit of a smoke, a hole in that smoke, rather, for Hugh to have a little peek through, but yep, that's bracket control established for Chiefs. They aren't going to stick around for too long.
They've also got Nana just off the back of Maker using the Molotov, holding control of that part of the map. So good info here, denied to Order by Chiefs, is going to help them limit Order's information, stop them from over-rotating. And with 45 seconds on the clock, Chiefs group up towards bracket.
They're creeping in the direction of Alistair, and that is never a good sign, although Jinx does a good job of trading it back on down. Ustillo, he flashes himself out and also grabs a 1-for-1.
Valiant's very solid in the pit here, surrounded by T's.
And Hughes having a look, peeking in and out. Jinx as well on the site. Going to get that bomb plant down, and Maker creeps forward. Surely they spot Valiant out here, but how is he still alive eventually? Maker finishes him off. So 2 players left for this retake from Order. Gyro works his way through Diggity side, Ricky coming from Library. It's a big crossfire for the CTs, but Ricky is stuck behind a smoke. He's found an AK now, and that seems like the prize that he is happy to take through to the next round. I feel like he's more keen to actually get out of here, and Gyro was more keen to try and make a retake happen. Either way, Gyro dies, Ricky's going to back away to the B site, and that will be the second round up for Chiefs.
Nicely done. 2 in a row for them, but like I said before, Order being very responsible with their money, and as well as holding on to that AWP, will still be able to buy heading into this next round. So it's a good start for Chiefs to be able to immediately fight back. But Order still very much in this game, still very much being able to buy into the next round, and still keeping it quite expensive for Chiefs, taking a couple of guns off of them, not allowing their economy to be able to build up. So at this point, we've had some back and forth rounds, sort of reevaluate the state of the economy now. Both teams, you can see, are pretty mixed in terms of how much money they have. Order, a lot of their players are pretty broke. Same thing for Chiefs. So this is going to be a really important round to see who actually does take control of the economic game moving forward.
It's exactly like what we saw on Train, you know. There was a tipping point in that second half where if Chiefs would have won the round, they could have potentially put together a good second half. But Order were the victors there, and we'll see if they can do it again. An aggressive play this time from the CTs into second mid. Ricky also pushing in carpets. And that's caught Chiefs off guard. And a numbers advantage the way of the CT side.
Jara still pretty safe here towards B, solo behind this smoke. But it's looking like Chiefs are starting to head in his direction. Molotov thrown out by Jira.
Maker's going to look for some entries here. If he does manage to get the entry onto Jira, it will be problematic for Order, but Jira just waiting, chilling, ready. Deals with Maker accordingly, and that is going to be surely Order to win the round, unless... I mean, it has to be really Jinx here, doesn't it? He's walking on in with that AK. Jira, a bit of a messy spray, helped out by Valiance in the end there. Will finish off the dangerous player in that Chiefs duo. Apoc Dad, not much HP there to his name, and quite frankly, Apoc Dad been struggling a little bit in this series apart from Dust 2.
Yep.
1 and 6 here on Inferno. Still early days. 2 and 4 though for Chiefs.
Double AWP picked up by Order, and a lot of guns being saved over means that their economy starts to build up. Now you're seeing Chiefs a little bit more on the poor side, having to take the single save, and if they're not able to pick up a couple of kills in this round, you're really going to start to see Order not only run away with the round count, but also run away with the economy game, which is an incredibly important part of maintaining consistency on that CT side of Inferno. Ali's already taking out Apoc Dad, so that's going to make the job even easier for Order here.
Yeah, I want to really see a bit of that fight being shown by Chiefs, but I'm not sure that we're going to get it based on what has been presented so far here on Inferno. There's a good shot from Humongous.
Puts a lot of pressure on Ricky. He's the only one on this side of the map. Valiant's trying to join him. Humongous really trying to dig deep and do it all for the Chiefs right now.
Yeah, just needs a little bit of backup from someone. Unfortunately for them, Valiant is ready and awaiting where Ricky had rotated off. And that's pretty good anti-eco from Order again.
4 alive.
It's just another example of a round where Order are going up against pistols and you're thinking, okay, normally in a situation like this, we're saying pistols could be dangerous, blah, blah, blah. But I really don't get that sense today at all from Chiefs. I just don't feel as though their ecos or their force buys have been threatening at all.
The only person who's really been consistently shooting people in the head with the Deagles has been Hugh across this whole series. And, you know, it's not mutually exclusive to the pistols. He's been doing that with all the guns.
Yeah, exactly.
Ricky getting aggressive down middle here. Nicely punished by Apoc Dad.
Yeah, and that's an important aim duel for Apoc Dad to win. You know, if he loses that again, he's 1 and 7. You're probably down 2 and 6 as the round scoreline.
I think you probably just check out of the rest of Inferno.
Yeah,
if you can't
exactly.
be just setting up on a line and clicking on the enemy AWPer when he comes in.
So at the bare minimum, that's what Apoc Dad needs to be contributing to the team, and he's done that. So that's a good job well done by him.
Yep.
It's not the round yet, though, for Chiefs, right? They need to consolidate, and they need to convert.
Yep, Valiant, he's got a flash here ready for Jara. As soon as that contact comes in, Chiefs are usually very good at playing anti-flash, and Skull is the man who's currently anti, but does get caught. Jara gets away, actually, drops the Molotov just in time. That's excellent. Valiant's even punishing the push from Maker.
Yeah, see, again, it's just nothing going right for Chiefs. They're going to work their way back to the A site very quickly down through mid into brackets here, but already copping a leg shot there is Hugh, or perhaps it was through the wall. Doesn't really matter. He's low on HP, the nade to follow. Double nade, in fact, onto Jinx, which puts him even lower.
Now Ustilo is the man locking down Dig. Alistair can kind of pick and choose what fight to take. Nice adjustment from Ustilo. Valiant's minding this CT wrap.
And he gets the timing right as well. Thought he might work his way into library there, but does finish a couple off. That's another 2K for Valiant. He's 9 and 2 on the map. It's been a quiet 9 and 2, I'll say, but
we need a pause here.
Solid
from
performance.
Chiefs. We need a pause.
Yeah, and they're going to call it. I mean, it was something that we sort of highlighted there on Train as well, wasn't it? That the pauses came a bit too late for them in that second half. I'd say this is still not too late just yet for Chiefs, but it's starting to snowball a bit for Order.
The big problem here is that these rounds aren't even close. Like, Order's wiping them 4-0, basically.
Yeah.
They're only losing maybe like one player. And that was a 4v5. And it didn't even look like Order were really under any pressure at any point, you know? They were down 4v5. They just went for the flash play. There was 3 players in Banana there, and how is Gyro able to get that kill on Skull and be untraded? There was 4 people standing right there. And then Valiance is just posted on the right line, taking initiative, and he's able to get a 3k. And none of those kills look difficult. He's just putting his crosshair there, and Chiefs are walking into his crosshair, and he's really just winning those duels quite easily.
Yeah, like I said, it just feels like the fight has gone out of Chiefs here. They had that one good map, they had Dust 2, and they've sort of peaked a little bit too early. And what sort of strikes me and what has stayed with me is what you mentioned there after the end of Dust 2, that it's not a sprint here, really. It's a marathon, right? It's all good and well to win that first map in a pretty convincing fashion like that, but if you're not going to be able to follow it up on map 2 and 3, then what's the point, you know? Pistols out here for the Chiefs as they do set themselves up in Banana. Great HE nade coming through there from Ricky, and he finishes off Maker as well.
Totally agree, Jordan. Consistency is key. I mean, hell, if Chiefs played like that T side of Dust 2, they'd probably be the best team in Australia. But it's just, they don't hit that level consistently enough. No one's going to be able to stop them if they're playing like that. It's just a question of how often they can output that level of performance. Order, again, looking like they're navigating yet another anti-eco fairly easily. Alistair obviously under quite a bit of pressure here.
You say that, but Alistair, I think, is probably pretty comfortable, to be honest. He's one of those guys that sort of relishes, I think, the challenge, and in the end does fall to Jinx, who just sort of drive-bys him with a Tech 9.
Got killed by Val.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Rip.
He's still out doing his best crab walk there. Actually, Hugh isn't probably the only player you don't want to be
16 seconds. It's 16 seconds. He's not winning this round.
That's a great position from Mistillo as well, just in towards Graveyard there.
He's just going to have to do something absolutely sick here, Hugh, to win the round, and yeah, that was not it. So, Order get the next one up, 7, and they're on a bit of a trot here, really. A walk in the park, I'll call it. Although, I guess
pretty leisurely stroll.
Chiefs are, you know, the angry dog that comes running at you every now and then in the park in that last round. Doesn't happen to me too often. Bit of an animal lover myself.
Very cool. 7-2 here. Chiefs in with another bye. No one really stepping up for them at this point. Let's see if they can turn around their fortunes. This is where it needs to happen. Baker trying to force up towards the top of Banana. Has been slowed down by the Molotovs, by the counter flashes.
It's where Chiefs need to dig deep, and that's a nice flash coming in to help Gyra out. Not sure if that was even a T flash or a CT flash. Either way, Jinx seemed a little bit blind, and Gyra not too affected by that at all.
And just look at the way that Order's positioning. Even after Gyra gets that initial kill, he goes forward. He doesn't fall back to the side. Alistair continuing to play aggressive. Order's feeling very confident at the moment. You could just see from the way they're positioning themselves. They're up a man advantage, and you're seeing they're continuing to look for aggressive duels. And that's what we want to see from Order. We were talking about, usually we see that from Renegades. They're the ones with the killer instinct who just go out there even if they're ahead and win. Now we're starting to see that from Order, looking very confident.
There's one for Ricky, and I'm sure a few more to follow if he has his way. Flashes do force him off the line. Gyro also goes down, but wow. Maker's not going to survive that. He's swatted out of the air like a fly by Ricky, who's now rotated himself all the way through construction.
He's hit Hugh through the coffins there.
This will be a mammoth effort for the reigning Chiefs players. Apoc does start well, but his position is well and truly known now by Ricky. He's making a lot of noise, jumping up and down.
This is winnable for the Chiefs.
Certainly is. But Apoc Dud is going to need to decide on a line and hold it and hope that Order are going to push in that direction. A flash goes flying through. No, it's actually a molly. Pushes Apoc Dud out of position, right into Valiance's crosshair. Now Hugh, though, he's been the star for Chiefs in this matchup, and maybe, just maybe, he can keep this one alive for them on Inferno. Tapping away through the smoke. He's not going to deal with Alistair, surely not with a Glock. And it's again a sense of deja vu. It was Order against Renegades. We saw that yesterday.
Karma's come back around.
And this time Order is having those rounds, those streaky rounds go their way.
Yep. When it's getting close in the clutch, lost a handful of those yesterday. But there's one of them going the way of Order. Look, let's face it, Jordan, they didn't even need that clutch to go their way. They are absolutely wiping the floor with the Chiefs at the moment. Let's say they didn't win that round, they were up 7-3, it came down to a 1v1. You're looking at what kind of a position Chiefs is in at that point. They're pretty broke. They still haven't got many rounds on the T side. Order's still got a strong economy. They're going to still have to win 1 to 2, maybe even 3 more gun rounds to reset that CT economy. It's still difficult, and Chiefs don't even get that round. They don't even get that 2-on-3.
Yeah, I don't know where to go from here for Chiefs. It really just feels like right now, you know, it's not technically too far gone, but I think in the position that they're in, having lost Train as well, coming off the back of that, no one's really stepping up here. There's no redeeming qualities right now for Chiefs here on Inferno, and that's like a really harsh thing to say, but at least on Train, we could talk about Hugh. You know, he had 32 frags in that map. There was maybe a chance if he was going to continue popping off, or if someone else stood up next to him. But, I mean, Chiefs just have so much that they have to do here to come back, not only into this half then, but also into the map. And I'm not sure that Order is the kind of team that's going to let Chiefs wrestle control back.
I don't think they could let Order get many more rounds here. They really need to start turning this one around. And let's face it, Order, their money's actually not as good as I thought it was. There is potential here if Chiefs take this one and the next to reset, and then they're starting to come back into this one.
Well, how easy is that going to be of a task? This nade could be deadly. In fact, it's actually Ricky that will be deadly. The double AWP setup.
Again,
working out.
It's not just one person peeking. It's not just a single aggression and then they're going to fall back into a really standard Order. It's just poking and prodding from multiple angles. All of these guys feeling so confident right now. They never let Chiefs get comfortable. And you're even seeing it. They're in a 4-on-3. Ricky's just looking in towards bracket.
Ooh, that is a massive grenade. Onto Skull.
Ali, he's posted up on a more aggressive line. You know, see if he can get a pick before he falls back to the site. Give himself as many shots as he possibly can. Ooh. There's a leg shot. This is exactly what I'm talking about, Jordan.
Yeah, you back him to hit that in the form right now that he's in. 8-3. Oh, through the smoke. There goes Skull. And Alistair will hide behind the CT smoke, keep himself alive. Here's a boost for Ricky as well, which Hugh is waiting for and will dispatch of. So maybe some hope still here for Chiefs. A 2-on-3, and they need to hold the B site.
Hugh doesn't push through that tree smoke. Actually, he has got the kill on Val, who's rotating in through CT. So into a 2-on-2. Very winnable for Chiefs.
Pressure starting to mount for them, though, and there's absolutely none on the shoulders of Order, who still creeps his way on in, deals a lot of damage to Maker, has him down to 8 HP. And Alistair now knows where he is, but Maker does finish it off, and finally around for Chiefs to break the drought.
They needed it. Money a little bit weird on Usillo and Valiance, and Ricky's actually just gone straight for the buy. So they are buying up here. Usillo and Valiance having to go down to some lackluster weaponry. That was a good round from Chiefs, but still down to a 2-on-2 situation, meaning Chiefs don't have a whole lot of money left in the tank here. They can reset Order. This is the critical round. This is the difference between double digits for Order and Chiefs starting to claw their way back into this game. Contest at Nana. Ricky jump spotting away. Hasn't seen any of these players. He's about to run into Maker there.
As Alistair there behind him.
Nades.
Ooh, they went a bit too deep.
But still, that's Nana control for Chiefs. Maker just copping a tag through the wall on his way out.
They cannot catch a break, can they, right now, Chiefs?
Well, look, okay, they've got banana control. They're starting to make their way through carpets. It's 1:15. I would assume that they're either just going to go commit to B or they're going to go for bracket here. It looks like it's a bit of both. They're going to put a little bit of pressure on bracket. Probably just send Skull there to see what he can do. Hugh's throwing some utility out as well. And then they're probably just going to head back to Nana in the late round.
Trying to pull that rotation across from B, and it looks like they're going to be successful. Ricky's on the move, but immediately Alistair falls to the AWP of APOC Dard. And now chaos ensues on that CT side as Order starts to run back over to the B bomb site, only to realize it's already smoked off. Chiefs are into the site. this is the best looking round that we've seen so far from Chiefs in the gun rounds.
Flash in though. Ricky tried to commit through the smoke, punished by APOC. Chiefs need this round and they're looking good to get it. Order starting to turn tail. They don't have any money in the bank. They can't afford to drop these last couple of rifles or they will be completely broke with nothing to work with in the next round. So sensibly, they're going to start to back away, and Chiefs, just before it got a little bit too far away from them, have started to claw back a couple of rounds and keep this one competitive.
I wonder if Ustilo can do anything a bit cheeky here with the MP9. He's down toward T-spawn.
I mean, every kill he gets is $600 in the bank.
He's
He
making
could
a bit
even
of
up-
noise.
Oh, if Hugh made his way up the stairs, it could have been an MP9 kill and an upgrade to an AK. That would have been nice, but Hugh, he's just going to chill.
Does seem like a pretty chill person, actually, Hugh.
Yeah, until he's playing against you on the Counter-Strike server. Then there's no chill. That's where all of his aggression goes into. He just throws it into Counter-Strike, and then once he's had, you know, a couple 30 bombs later, he's back down nice and calm again.
Could definitely think of worse places to throw your anger. Tactical pause now for Order, and yeah, not a bad time for it. A couple of rounds in a row for Chiefs. Money's starting to get a little bit worrisome for Order, and the storyline's starting to shift. So it's a good recognition from Order that they are not yet losing control of the map, but it is getting there.
Yeah, look, they recognise, I'm sure, they're in a great position here. They're in a bit of a weird situation if you're looking at, you know, how they're heading into this round. They're just going to take the singular save, going to see what they can do with these two rifles with the MP9, and then see if they can try to get one of the next couple of rounds, get 9 or 10 rounds is what they want here. They've already put themselves in a great position heading into the T side. As for Chiefs, I'd say they're looking for at least 2 of the next 3, and one of them is going to be a little bit easier with this anti-eco. But a couple of rifles could definitely make that more difficult. Ustilo.
Ooh, he's doing it. He's hiding in the smoke. They've run into him, though.
Up. Definitely not easy to catch this man off guard, and again, he's been able to get that crucial frag to make sure that Chiefs don't completely capitulate.
Yeah, there's nothing going on in the A bomb side, and Chiefs are very soon about to recognize that fact.
Well, Gyra in towards Speedway. Alistair's just getting sent up mid by a flash. And Valiant's not looking like he's interested in going for any exits. Instead, looking like Order just wants to hold on to these couple of rifles. Definitely can't blame them. Even holding on to the MP9. So, oh, actually, no. Alistair potentially looking for some exits.
It's surprising that Ricky's not up there with him. I don't think that Alistair will overcommit to this.
Looks like Chiefs exiting towards CT. They're well aware that Order had control of middle. So that's a good exit from Chiefs, keeping all their guns up. That's going to ensure that they can have enough money to continue into these last couple of rounds. Ensure that they can have a buy this round, obviously, and a buy next round with everything they could possibly want.
So is the half salvage now?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Chiefs need to get more?
Yep. No, I think 5's good. But like I said, 2 of the next 3 would be even better. If they can get themselves onto 6, that's a little bit easier. Because then if your Order takes the T pistol, they have a little bit more room for their CT economy to recover.
Yep.
If they let it get to 10, you're basically 2 resets away after the pistol of losing the game.
That was pretty easy for Order to accomplish on Train. May not be so easy here on Inferno. And there's still, luckily, a bit of fight left for Chiefs. I was at a point getting, you know, a little bit distraught, saying there isn't really much fight left here in Chiefs, but they have knuckled down a little bit.
Yep, they've clawed it back right when they needed to. Now can they surpass expectations?
Guess what it was off the back of as well? Tactical pause.
Tactical pause. Yep. And some good XVX situations going their way. A couple of those post plants that they were able to
True.
secure. Dana control for Chiefs, bracket control for Chiefs, but this time committing with only 2 players and the flash is not quite there. Alistair picks off Skull as he commits onto top mid, and that's going to be a man disadvantage for Chiefs. What's the play here? 45 seconds on the clock. Hugh is light years away, and Alistair, easiest shot of his life as this B hit comes in for Chiefs.
That's a shot from Apoc Dud. Gyra up on the flower pots though, hasn't been checked properly, and Jinx is only going to be able to salvage a trade out of that one. Apoc Dud needs that kill.
Alistair just one step ahead though.
Jinx seen a 1-on-3.
It's doable. This man is sharp.
Now the flash is going to go high in the sky, but blocked by the pillar. Jinx continues to watch CT spawn. Now a peek toward Banana. He's fully white, and Valiance easily done for him. 9 rounds up for Order, so still looking for that one extra round here just to tip it over a little bit maybe for Chiefs, to give it 6 and say, you know what, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, and that one was the more important of the two, because if they did lose that round, they would have been much more broke in the next round, and instead of 2 buys, it's sort of like 1.5. This round number 15, if Order had lost it, would definitely have been like MP9s, Famouses, etc. So that's a great one for Order to win to try to get themselves 10. Chiefs, like I said though, being responsible with their money, have more than enough cash to be able to put together a great buy here.
Indeed they do. Big nade stack into sandbags. It's actually not going to affect Order at all, who hadn't committed to that area of the map just yet. But wow, it's a carpet of fire from both sides, CTs and Ts.
Yep. And that's going to give Chiefs that banana control, but they've invested a hell of a lot of utility to get it. Hugh lurking over towards bracket. One flash over the top, trying to force out a bit of utility here out of Order, and they have forced a smoke. Ricky still have another smoke to be able to throw out. Gyra doesn't have a Molotov anymore, so there is no more mollies, no more HE grenades to be able to stop Chiefs in their cracks if they do go for this B hit, which is inevitable any second now. How good would the flashes be? They need to make sure that Ricky's not able to get 1 or 2 kills. Gyro on an off angle towards right side of new box.
It kind of just looks like they're sending Apoc Dud in dry. There wasn't even any flashes really to help him out there. Skull Hunter at least shuts down Gyra, but they do still need to get rid of Ricky before he finds too many more kills. And it's, oh, Jinx, he's run into Skull's molly. Or Skull's run into Jinx's molly. Either way, it doesn't matter. They're all dead. Order's going to win the 10th round for themselves in that first half. 10-5 the scoreline as Order go into the second half, looking pretty damn juicy.
Stay up all night, and I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. Never thought you were sitting next to me. I don't understand. It's just I never seen you smile. You wanna make out, give me a second. It's just you never talk, I never listen. When do we fall in love? Make up your mind, honey, 'cause I can't pretend to like you. Chance and not lose.
It's Chiefs and Order right now going head-to-head in the final map of this series. It's Inferno, and it's hard to say that Chiefs come out of that first half with much to really get too excited about, but they do manage 5 rounds on the T side of Inferno. So it's not the end of the world for them, but they need to really put their hard work in here in the second half. They need to pull up those boots, pull up those socks, and really work hard, and probably start off with a pistol round here if they're to have much of a chance.
Yeah, Chiefs are going to have to show their resilience here, starting off on this CT side. I mean, we're hoping that they can potentially put something together here, but Order's looking like the better squad so far on Inferno. Would like to see some back and forth action in terms of the top sort of tier teams in Australia. But unfortunately, Order's playing well enough to sort of pull ahead in terms of this debate, I think. Definitely showing us that they have what it takes to be able to try to take the second spot in this group.
Yeah, but it's been a respectable game so far from Chiefs as well, especially considering that the last time the teams met, it was 2-0 for Order in that Rio Minor closed qualifier. Or Chiefs have done just a little bit better than that. Maker's going to lose his head early on in this engagement. You can see Chiefs are going for a bit of an interesting CT-sided pistol round here by giving up a lot of the control towards A site, and Order have very quickly recognized that and run their way into pit. They're going to try and cross into the site now. Apoc Dud does lose Skull Hunter, so it's really all on him. The rotation is quick, though, from Humongous and Jinx. And you speak about Humongous, that was a huge rotation, a very fast one for Chiefs, catching Order off guard, and Gyra all on his own all of a sudden. Who could have expected this?
Sitting in second mid, waiting for the rotations that never came. It was a hard rotate through CT spawn. Now Gyra seeing if he can isolate a duel, smoking off the site to try to create a 1v1 with Pit. Never mind, he just dives straight through the smoke, and he's caught the CTs off guard, but he hasn't committed to any of those headshots. So unfortunately, goes down there, and there you go. You said Chiefs needed the pistol. I would agree with you. That's going to allow them to get off to a good start on the CT side here. Be able to get all of that utility they're looking for. But as we've seen time and time again from Order so far in Road to Rio, I would not be surprised to see a second round force.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Order have looked far more impressive on these second round forces and on these pistol armor buys than what Chiefs have been. I think we've actually seen a couple of times now this series where Order's been able to pick up a round like this compared to Chiefs, who actually can't remember being able to pick up a round, such as this one that Order is doing currently. So I'd have to give credit to Order for the work that they've been putting in on those pistol buys. Chiefs need to be very wary in this one.
Smoke thrown to top Nana by Order has denied Chiefs a fair bit of information. Hugh hasn't seen anything there, and now Order starting to line up some of these smokes. Looks like a quick one up bracket here. There's just the smoke onto jungle side. Apoc died in the top mid smoke.
Well, he's trying to do exactly what Ustillo tried to do in the last half. Hide in the smoke and catch Order in the back when they do go through it, which is going to work out perfectly here for Apoc Dud. He's got 3 on the spray down. Skull's there to help him out as well and trade him down. Alistair doesn't have too much really to say about this round, at least so far.
Left all alone. Try to see if he can do extra damage to Chiefs' money.
Well, having been spotted is going to make that job a little more difficult, and the information is called over there to Hugh, who was starting to push down Banana. Maker takes the challenge. Almost falls, but either way, a nicely negotiated round there for Chiefs. This time they're not going to fall to the pistols, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty more opportunities throughout this half, and they'll have to keep putting in that kind of round.
Single save out of Order on the cards here, and Chiefs with 4 players surviving are starting to build up a fair bit of cash, and if they can close out this next anti-eco very, very one-sidedly, then they're going to be feeling pretty confident heading into round number 19. But Order, upgrading a hell of a lot of pistols, are definitely looking to do some damage here, Jordan.
Big nade. So far, Chiefs are looking fairly comfortable on this CT side, but I guess it's relatively easy too against just the pistols. There goes Apoc Dud, but not a huge loss. He did only have the MP9 and likely to want to upgrade into an AWP next round regardless.
Yep. Still losing that player over towards A, and could have some implications here for Chiefs. But Order, they're committing up Diggity into a crossfire. There you go, made it onto the side actually, and Skull goes down.
Not Not sure that it's going to be too worrisome, though, for the Chiefs. Valiant's on the bomb side here. P250 in hand. What more can he do? Maker's been solid. He's been solid
He's
today.
been solid the whole series, but if he warms up here on the CT side,
Yeah.
he's actually someone who's a little bit underrated sometimes.
Yep.
Because if he's getting kills, it's usually some pretty important and impactful kills. He's not taking unnecessary fights. You're not usually going to see him wide swinging mid like Apoc Dud was doing in the last round. He's usually just holding down his position, going for those higher percentage kills. So if he's fragging, you can more or less assume that it's usually in a part of the map that's going to be important for Chiefs to hold. Nice pick from Apoc Dud. Wide peek across mid and great adjustment. Could indeed get another one.
You can start to get that sense that Apoc Dud might be feeling it, taking a peek like that and seeing the way that he's flicking, but Ricky's just done too much work, and that extra flash coming in from the B bomb site is going to alert Ricky to the fact that there is still someone here. Maybe not. Either way, Skull doesn't quite connect those shots. Now his position's known. He has to peek, and there's nothing that he can really do there. Oh, the round's fallen apart for Chiefs, and this is the one that they really couldn't afford to let slip.
How has that happened? Just losing 2 picks to Ricky. Didn't look like either Hugh or Maker were ready for Ricky to just be barreling up Banana, trying to take some fights with them. But, I mean, that's kind of Order's forte. Has been for the longest time throughout multiple iterations of their roster, to take those fights confidently towards Banana. So that catching Chiefs off guard is a little bit, well,
yeah, a bit rough on the CT economy, isn't it?
Yes.
If they save these 2 guns, they'll afford to buy through next. Hugh's got a fair chunk of change. Maker will probably be able to buy for himself.
Still though, 11 and 8 for Order. It puts Chiefs in a position where they know if they lose this next round coming up, they're going to be reset. It's going to give Order 12 and then 13. You're down 5 rounds. It's pretty much like the most important map of the series. Most important map of this group, I would say, in terms of who's going to come out second.
Yep.
So that's quite a lot of pressure to deal with. Now Chiefs, they're a bit slow to start here on Inferno, but they did start to scrape it together just when they needed to. I'd say it hasn't quite got to that point just yet at 11 and 8, but up to 13 and 8, it would be sort of the same situation as we saw them encounter in the last half. I don't even want it to get there, Jordan. I really want them to turn it around.
Oh, big damage onto Hugh. Skull, though, has run all the way down Banana. Gets the smoke deep.
Yeah, it's a lot of control here at Banana.
Oh,
That should be a very nice nade onto somebody, but
No one.
how has that done 0 damage? I think it's bounced into the corner of a barrel.
It's because somebody's not in this game.
Haha. Anyway. Order is going to, let's just skip over that dad joke. Order's just going to go straight for bracket here, Jordan.
Just trying to bring a bit of personality to the broadcast.
Nah, gamers don't have personality, mate. All we do is say PogChamp and W in chat, and that's about it.
Yeah, are you a PogChamper or are you a KEKWer? Who knows? Who cares? Either way, Apoc Dud gonna fire a couple of shots through the smoke. Happy-go-lucky, but no happiness as a result. Doesn't connect with any of the Order players who now take control of bracket.
Jinx and Skull usually are pretty rock solid in towards the pit here, joined by Apoc Dud as Order starts to split this A-bomb site.
This is in a nice spot. Alistar spamming away, but I don't think he actually spotted him. Eventually, Jinx will fall, and so will Skull. That is the side opened up.
It's going to be a save, immediate save call. And Order, that looked a little bit too easy, getting up onto that bomb site. Neither Jinx nor Skull were really stopping them from coming up dig and taking that site there. I feel like, I don't know, I think obviously if you're having a bit of a slow game individually, you're going to play a little bit more timid. But unfortunately, you really just cannot let Order walk straight onto the A site.
When the tough gets going, the going gets tough.
Is this going to be another case of Chiefs letting it get right to the edge, letting it get to that 13th round before they actually start to...
Where's the pause? Probably not this round. They don't really have a great buy.
It'll be next, surely.
But yeah, it has to come next round if they do lose. Because that's where it's sort of starting to get to that tipping point. I mean, it already is.
Yeah, it already is. Look at Order's money. That's a hell of a lot of cash in the bank. That's a lot of gun rounds. If they close this one out, actually it's a force. Hold that thought. Chiefs wants to turn it around right here and now, but it's a bit of a risky play. So if they lose this round, They are going to cook their money and give order 14.
Nice Bartman's control being taken here by Order.
I feel like they just didn't really get contested over here towards the A side of the map, so they're just going to go straight for it, out of carpet.
Yeah, and look at what the weapons are that Chiefs have got here. An MP9 and a UMP for Jinx and Maker. Skull Hunter, rather, was the one with the UMP, but it's not going to matter. They're all dead.
I mean, what can you even say? If there's no one that's really putting up any kind of a fight over towards that dig and sight crossfire, then just go A.
So if you're Order's IGL right now, you're going A next round, aren't you?
You're anti-eco, so you're probably going a little bit slow.
That's true, I guess.
Slower. But next gun round.
Yeah. I mean, look, Apoc, Dud, and Hugh do still have guns. So it's not like it's a full anti-eco sort of thing. You're going to have to be aware of those couple of rifles or couple of weapons at least. Does the tac pause come in from Chiefs? That's my next question.
I mean, the problem is now that in this round, they're in the same position but a little bit worse as last round. They've held on to a handful of guns. If they force, they're going to go for SMGs. If they take a save, then they're giving order 14th. This goes from bad to worse for Chiefs. Spam straight through the wall for Ricky there. Very nice. He had a pretty good one on Train and again on Inferno. Showing up here for order. That's what you want to be seeing.
Well, Ricky's always been a very solid player and certainly very established here within ANZ.
Apoc Dud's been airstriked right from the start of the round.
Yeah, still, though, has an AWP, so could think of worse players to see on 9 HP. They're going to gamble stack the A bomb site here, Chiefs, so maybe they've recognized that weakness that they have there as well.
I mean, order is literally just going, they can't hold A, so just go A. That's definitely going to incentivize them to continue forward.
That too. Skull will be able to get at least one, but no more spamming away with that 5-7.
You got 5 players on the site,
yeah,
and you only get 1 kill out of it. I mean, I know Chiefs only had pistols there, but that just looked way too easy for order.
This is really running away from Chiefs, isn't it?
No one's stepping up. No one's actually putting up a fight here for the Chiefs. Order's is walking all over them. There's the tac pause.
They'll have a goodbye at the very least, Chiefs, but this is their last chance now to salvage anything in this map. And they have a fair bit to chat about. All having a look, bit of a huddle. Take a look at the stats here so far. 21 and 10 for Ricky, and nothing even close to it on the Chiefs side there. 12 to 16, the best one. That's Apoc Dud with the AWP, but that's not even a great scoreline either. Tough going for Chiefs here in the third map.
Yeah, really hasn't been anyone stepping up for the Chiefs. Really just lacking the firepower at the moment to be able to contest order here on Inferno, unfortunately. All right. Order trying to secure themselves match point here. Trying to secure a rematch against Renegades. That's a nice start for Chiefs, though. Finally starting to step up a little bit, and Skull Hunter surely has to be the man to do it. Been a little bit slow these last couple of maps.
Nade goes flying into the face of Ustillo as well, which will put him down to 86.
That's the kind of play that we want to be seeing out of Skull Hunter, Jordan. Very aggressive player. Go get in Order's face. Get a definitive advantage for Chiefs and start to get the confidence rolling. Start to get them to believe. Order. They're down a man. The A bomb site is where they will be heading because they've had so much success there. But this time Hugh's over here.
Oh, wow, that's nice from Hugh. The AUG this time. Who would have expected that? Probably not Order. Either way,
Nicely done.
Chiefs
3K
went around.
from Skull.
They fixed the A site. What's happened? Chiefs are suddenly good again.
They stopped them coming up Diggity. You notice that they didn't put a single step onto the bomb site? That's a good round from Skull. 3K from him, 2K from Hugh. Some of the riflers that we are looking towards the step up, starting to do so. Order, unlimited bank. Just, you know, head over to the ATM and grab themselves another buy.
Money in the bank.
Take out another couple $100 and make it rain.
Sounds like good fun to me.
Look at this 4-man stack up on bracket. This is a great read from Chiefs.
Apoctard starts well. That's Jira down in Banana. They've spotted Hugh close on the left side.
I've seen a lot of players from Chiefs up there towards bracket. So even after losing the initial pick to Apoctard, they're going to head towards this B site. Smoke has been expended by Apoctard.
Good rotation coming across as well from Hugh.
He's got a smoke as well. That's going to delay them even further. Chiefs looking pretty comfortable, but how many rounds have we seen end with a 4v5 and the T's just busting into B?
Well, he'll be another one. Apoctard sets himself on the line with the AWP, and there goes the first. That's Ustillo down, expertly traded back by Valiance, who's been doing it all map here on Inferno. Hugh will take the challenge onto Ricky as the bomb plant does go down just to his left. But overall, that's good enough for Chiefs, and the extra tag onto Valiance will make life even easier.
Order getting aggressive because they know in this 2-on-4 they've got to take some forward duels. Smoke onto Nana, Molly new box, and Chiefs start to go into this retake.
Well, Valiance is on fire, gets flashed out as well as he starts to move. It's just Alistair left alive, and this is a far-fetched attempt, I'd say.
It's almost like they need to be pushed right to the edge, Chiefs, until they start to warm up and get going.
Is it too little too late, I wonder?
I don't know.
Money's looking okay on the CT side now.
Money's looking great on the T side, and they've lost 2 rounds in a row, Jordan.
Yeah, well, we all know that that normally happens.
Skull. Almost doubled his kills the last couple of rounds. He's doing fantastic now. Right when Chiefs need to start showing up. Hugh as well, couple of critical kills. Apoctard, nice pick towards Banana in the last round. Order going to take attack. They just need 1 round. Put them on match point. Guarantee that overtime.
One round won't be enough to fully reset Chiefs, though.
It will on some of their players. It'll definitely put them on an awkward bye.
Yeah.
What's to go here from Order? Obviously, the ball's in their court. They've lost the last couple of rounds. What will their go-to be? Will they go to B?
I'd say no. Apoctard's been holding B. He's been probably the top player for Chiefs so far on the CT side. A-site's been working for them a lot. Obviously, previously, a few rounds in a row went the way of Order. Then Chiefs adapted, changed things up.
How's that nade done nothing? Tally. Oh, wait, it hasn't. 22. Not bad. Again, it's this dig setup from Chiefs. They don't want to let Order come up bracket, but actually this time around.
Oh, it's Skull and Hugh. Jinx also actually getting involved in the mix there, but Maker is going to be the insurance fund here. And he'll deal with Valiance pretty comfortably. Alistair as well has to try and shoulder peek around this corner, but Maker's already retreated to safety, and Apoctard is going to get the easiest kill of his life here.
Beautiful. Alistair left all alone in a 1-on-3. He's going to try and flash himself onto the line, picks up the bomb. Wants to try to isolate a 1-on-1 here on A. Wide peek by Jinx. That's the confidence that you want to see from the Chiefs at 11th for them.
Well timed peek as well. Alistair with the grenade in hand. 11-14. That's 3 in a row now for Chiefs. Starting to come back into the swing of things. And Order, I wouldn't say they're rattled yet. Certainly not in the economy fashion.
They finally run out of money, Jordan. It's only taken 4 losses in a row.
Yeah. If they lose.
Okay. Still a little bit shaky on some of these players' monies for Chiefs. The CT guns cost more than T guns.
Oh.
That's ballsy from Skull. You love to see it.
Nade to follow. Does a bit of damage to Ricky.
This is it for Chiefs. They're playing not to. They're not playing not to lose. They're playing to win here. They're getting aggressive.
Over toward the B bomb site that Ricky took that damage initially, and he was trying to get up to those usual shenanigans when Order sees Chiefs doing something a bit interesting on one side of the map. They send Ricky on the other side to push in aggressively, push through a smoke, do whatever. This time, Chiefs have cottoned on to it. They've seen it enough times, and they've dealt with it enough to say, no, thank you very much.
Who gets away there? Full banana control here for Chiefs.
Only to return exactly back to the same spot.
Yeah, they're going back to bracket. As for order, Chiefs feeling like they may still come back towards the B side, so still committing 2 players there. Order investing a lot of smokes over here towards Rap side.
Skull, I'm not sure that he saw Ustillo there.
Oh no.
Flash doesn't cause too many problems. Ustillo continuing to hold that spray down. 2 players left here on the A bomb site.
Lot of
Apoc
pressure.
Tut's so close as well.
Mm.
Gonna take the peek here on a Gyra. Surely this doesn't work out. Oh,
What?
wow! Apoc Tut, he's found the bomb!
Alice-
Chiefs have surely got to start rotating someone across now.
Alistair's jumping down in towards Boiler, like you said, bomb drop, but Hugh, he's got this mid-rotate. Valiant
Oh,
deals with him
no.
though, and Ustillo a kill onto Jinx.
It's all on Apoc Tut. He's not going to survive long enough against Valiant, so it's just Maker left alive. 16 HP there for Ustillo, but I don't know that Maker's going to be able to do this,
the
and he won't.
pre-fire.
Ustillo finishes him off. That is now match point for Order. Chiefs will get a good buy through, but that's
So-
a painful one to lose.
So many pre-fires in that round from Ustillo in duels he had no business winning. Secures some kills. Tack pause for Order. That's going to give them match point, and unfortunately, Jordan, this is the problem with leaving it down to 14-8 before you actually start playing to win and you actually start to get rolling. Chiefs have not given themselves enough breathing room to consistently close this out, and all it takes is what we just saw from Order. Just one round where things get a little bit messy, a couple of duels go the way of Order, and they're able to put themselves on that match point. They're able to push Chiefs down to $0 in the bank account. They've forced Skull Hunter to go down to a 5-7. It's still doable for Chiefs. They have no cash in the bank, so...
Yeah, but they can't afford to lose any rounds
I know,
anyway.
that's what I'm
so
saying. They have
it's
no
just
room
like,
for error economically or round-wise.
if I'm against the wall, I might as well really be against the wall. And then up the creek without a paddle as well. Hey, that's sometimes where Chiefs play their best.
Well, it'll have to be.
Hughes looking to get aggressive again in Nana. Oh, he's in trouble. There's fire everywhere. Looks to have just found a safe spot.
Maker's gone down in the meanwhile as well. Skull.
That's a bit of a scary one.
Continue to get rolling. Look at this aggressive setup in towards Carpets. Actually, Chiefs have gone full retake on this A bomb side. As orders start to wrap through jungle, they are going to be going towards A. Look at this double rotate back towards pit side.
Oh, are they going to be expecting 2 players in the apartments? Surely not. Apoc Dud has already started off well. Ricky trades that back on down, but there is still Jinx in Carpets, and while they found Humongous, now that Jinx is spotted, I think that's probably going to be that 3-on-2. A very tough one here for Chiefs to win, and Jinx is sent scurrying back away. Skull Hunter, the only unknown quantity left, as Gyra will deal with Jinx effectively, swings around and gets Skull as he exits Library. That is 16 on the board for Order. That is the 2-1, and that is Order. Very pleased with today's proceedings. We're going to head to a break.